Welcome to the Silliest Thing I Saw this week. My name is Dave Pyper, and I go over the silliest things I saw each week in the NFL. We are sponsored by Viore, makers of the most comfortable clothing on the planet. Go to viore.com/Harris for 20% off your first order. I asked you guys week 18 if you guys wanted me to make a supercut for the 2024 season, and a lot of you expressed interest in a supercut. So I went through and picked out one or two clips from each week that I found the silliest. And you are about to witness the weirdest touchdowns, the funniest flubs, and enough bad jokes to fill an entire bye week. So grab your Viore joggers, get comfortable, and prepare for a journey through the absurd side of the NFL.
Daddy, I closed the door for you.
Thanks, honey.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a football video.
Okay, I go football video.
Okay, bye. I'm going to leave that in. All right, let's head into week one. And Will Levis gives us a classic "what were you thinking" moment. Levis slides left and keeps his eyes downfield, but as he's getting hit, he underhand throws a pass like straight to the defense. It's a pick six. And check out this Bears fan. He's loving every second of it. But what's the best part? Dude, check out Levis's reaction. Hands on his head, down on his knees, looking like he just got told he's the reason that we can't have nice things. Will, buddy, your biceps might be impressive, but that decision, not so much. Week 2 of the NFL answered the question, how many Buccaneers does it take to pick up a Montgomery? Here in the second quarter, Monty lines up in the backfield and is quickly met by 4 Buccaneers who wanted to make sure that forward progress had indeed stopped. And I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Montgomery get picked up again this week, but by the Cardinals this time. Here in the fourth quarter, the Lions are trying to milk the clock a little bit to secure the win, and Montgomery takes his handoff like right up the middle, but he's met with some congestion, so he bounces it outside to the left, and the Cardinals surround Monty and pick him up around the 30-yard line. When Montgomery's teammates see this, they do what any football guy would do, and they push the pile. The Lions somehow get an additional 7 to 8 yards off this exciting push. And talk about excitement, listen to Mark Schlereth's excitement when checking out the replay.
Get him up in the air. Look at his feet right here. His little feetsies never touch the ground. They're just moving around up there.
I don't know what the little feetsy sound effects was from Mark, but I appreciate that he shared it with all of us. Check out this snap from Bradley Bozeman to Justin Herbert. Ghost goes and slaps the ball as soon as Bozeman moves his hand. Harbaugh looks on. He knows about Ghosterson. He fears Ghosterson. And that's not the only ball slapping Ghosterson was up to on Sunday. Now, I'm not exactly sure how air travel works in the spirit realm, but Ghost somehow got from Pittsburgh to Dallas later in the day and wanted to show Dak some of his skills. Here, Dak drops back and Ghost lets him hold on to it for a second before crushing his spirits and slapping the ball to the ground. Tom Brady comments that he didn't let the ball slip out of his hand much when he was in his playing days, but we all know that's because Ghost is a footy pajama wearing boss from the fifth dimension. So you guys don't know me, but I'm a pretty flinchy guy, and I can relate to Dallas Goedert on Sunday when the Buccaneers fired their infamous cannons.
Dallas Goedert.
Dude, that would scare me too. Notice Hat guy here doesn't even flinch. I like how Dallas tries to play it off afterwards like he didn't need to run to the locker room and check his shorts, but Dallas, I'm right there with you, dude. That would have scared me too. I don't know if you guys were aware, I wasn't aware that Lamar Jackson has a favorite sideline cup. As you can see here, he's being handed his favorite sideline cup, and he must cleanse his palate before drinking from it, as you can see. Lamar drinks a long drink, but because he's so focused on the game, he doesn't even realize he throws away his favorite sideline cup. And I mean, look at the disappointment from the MVP's face. You're never going to get that cup back, Lamar, and you should feel bad about it too. I had to kick week 5 off with this gem from Mark Sanchez. Here we are in the fourth quarter between the Pats and the Dolphins, and Ramondre Stevenson takes a whack on the shin here and is writhing in pain. Anyone familiar with meeting an unseen trailer hitch knows what he is going through here. Mark Sanchez knows and wants to talk about how much it hurts. Listen here.
Tibialis anterior, man. That shit hurts. That shin hit hurts.
Okay, we hope he's all right. Let's step away.
Yeah, Mark, you totally wanted to say that shin hit hurts. I love that Chris Myers goes to commercial right after this too. Hopefully we'll hear more from Mark next week. All right, my favorite ref in the NFL is Sarah Thomas. I'm a huge fan because every now and again, she'll give you one of these sweet moves. See, she misses the catch, but let's be honest, it's not a great throw, but she rolls with it. Lets them know. First down with a little bit of flair. Love you, Sarah. Check out the stones on Greg Zuerlein warming up before the game on Sunday. He's kicking field goals between these cheerleaders. The focus involved. I'm not sure I could walk in a straight line between those women, okay? Just another NFL player making me feel like a little man. But what I really want to focus on here is once Levis doesn't like what he sees, he decides to scramble out here to the left and does this odd little bunny hop, little hop before turning on the juice to the sidelines, and Jalen Jones shoves Levis. As Levis goes tumbling out of bounds, keep your eye on the ball boy because he's about to get rocked. In all fairness, the ball boy was staring at Levis the whole time, but I don't think the ball boy was expecting the shove from Jones to be so quick. Notice Levis doesn't even for a second look to see what's going on with the ball boy. Levis gets up, throws the ball to an official, and signals a first down. Dude, call me a stick in the mud, but celebrating a first down when the guy that you just took out is still on the ground doesn't look great. The ball boy was looked after by NFL staffers who all wear panda dunks, which is kind of cool. Eventually, the ball boy, week 7 brought us some funny mic moments over the broadcasts, and you guys should know by now I love a hot mic moment, and I feel like we get most of the hot mic moments out of Clay Martin. I have no data to back that up, but here are the Lions. They line up in the neutral zone and cost themselves a 4th and inches look. Clay Martin makes the call, and Harrison Phillips wants to have a word with Clay about something, but Clay wanted Phillips to know.
That's the 3rd penalty against Awo Shika.
I'll talk to you after.
This one gave the booth guys, Eamon and Olsen, a chuckle and had me laughing too. The Jets are looking at a 2nd and goal, and Hall takes up the middle, and it's close to a touchdown. It seems like interim head coach Jeff Ulbrich is asking the guys upstairs if he should challenge. And on the replay, it looks like Hall might have made it, but the Jets are lining up, and listen to the call from Mike Tirico.
Is there something clear? Ulbrich get word from upstairs to challenge or not. He is going to challenge. He dropped the flag before he could throw it, so Rodgers instead runs the play, and it's a touchdown to Conklin.
That's right. Look at this. Ulbrich dropped the flag. It might have been the best move that we've seen from a Jets head coach in 2024. I don't think moves like this are going to get them to the playoffs, but I am glad that someone's making strides in the right direction. Each and every week, the Silliest Thing is sponsored by Viore, makers of the most comfortable clothing on the planet. You guys want to know how comfortable Viore is? I was sitting at our kitchen table this a couple days ago, and my wife put her hands on my shoulders. She came up behind me, put her hands on my shoulders, and she was like, "Oh, honey, this is so soft and just so buttery comfortable." And I was wearing my new Viore hoodie, and I was like, "Yeah, it is." And then she sat down in the chair next to me, and I put my arm around her, just like in a loving embrace. And what she was wearing was a sweater that we got when we were on vacation, and she was basically wearing sandpaper compared to what I was wearing. So do yourself a favor, go to Viore.com/Harris, get 20% off your first order of the most comfortable clothing on the planet, and don't live like my wife. Don't wear some uncomfortable sweatshirt from some beach town. Get yourself some Viore. And how about a funny one from the announcers, huh? Keep your eye on Tank Dell on this play. Tank misses his block, and instead of blocking up the field then, he follows his assignment right into his own running back, Joe Mixon. You can tell, Joe's like, what are you doing, dude? Andrew Catalan even gives us this gem.
Tank got tanked by Mixon.
You gotta...
Tiki loves it.
I love Tiki's reaction, laughing it up, and same with the sideline crew. Even the water girl looks like somewhat concerned for Tank, looking at him like, "Are you okay?" Ghosterson was back in full force to his original stomping grounds in Cleveland, and on this play, when Jameis Winston did everything in his power to throw the game away, but Ghosterson just was not having it. Don't blame Hamilton for this drop. He would have had it, but Ghost is a die-hard Browns fan, and he knew that the city needed this one. And for that, I thank you, Ghost. Check out this errant pass from Jalen Hurts. Midway through the 4th quarter, Jalen drops back and doesn't really see anything he likes, so he decides to send this out of the back of the end zone, and this fan catches it. And in his excitement, he spikes the ball. And the lady next to him, probably his wife, is like, "Oh my God." And his daughter is like, "What are you doing?" And the people behind him agree, "What are you doing, dude? You hang on to that ball for dear life. This isn't a baseball game." At least this guy thought it was sweet. I also love that he spikes the ball and then hands in the pockets. Got to keep these mitts warm for the next one. Well done, Philly guy. Here a Ravens fan had me cracking up on Thursday night. In the third quarter, the Ravens failed on third down, and the crowd starts to boo. And thankfully, they had a mic near this guy.
Here, this is a team that 3 times this whatever. 3 times.
That's right. Herb Street and Michaels get a laugh out of it too. Ravens went on to win Thursday, so I guess maybe heckling your team works. Okay. Did anybody else happen to catch this graphic used during the Vegas-Miami game? Going into the half, CBS hits us with this like little dolphin graphic, and seriously, like, what the hell is this? One dolphin's jumping and spinning, and the other one's doing a flip accompanied with some water. Like, this looks like nothing else from any CBS broadcast I've ever seen. This is like Dave Pyper level of editing at best. And if that's not bad enough, they use the sound effect too.
Team to play in the third quarter. Tyreek Hill.
Get it together, CBS. I expect more out of CBS. You're not Fox. But it was the extra point that gave me the giggles. Keep an eye on the ref on the right side of the screen take a shot to the dome as the ball falls after hitting the net. The ref looks a little startled, but I assume he was okay. Speaking of dissing someone on Thanksgiving, at the end of this game, Cowboys are going to win, and the camera goes to the winning coach, Mike McCarthy, and he's giving out all the love, except not to everyone. Check out Mike totally fade Deuce Vaughn to dap up Brandon Cooks. He daps up Cooks and then straight up boxes out Vaughn. Mike letting Deuce know that he only daps up players who contribute. I thought for a second maybe he didn't see Deuce way down there, but on a second look, he stares right at him, stern face, and then big smile for Cooks. Deuce is just standing there with his hand up until he gets the gist and walks off. Kicking off this week at MetLife, where the Saints took on the Giants in a battle of suck. But what got my attention was what happened after this punt and punt return for a touchdown. Clearly, Darren Rizzi is not happy with rookie punter Matthew Hayball, and I would really love to know why. I tried to figure out what he's saying here, but I can't quite make it out. What I loved about this blow-up was Kamara coming in and picking up the headset that Rizzi just spiked off the ground. He tries his best to be the peacemaker for the young rookie. That's real veteran stuff right there. After the game, Rizzi was asked about the blow-up, and this exchange cracked me up.
The cameras caught a impassioned exchange between you and Hayball after that punt return that got called. Just kind of
That's what you're calling it, a passionate exchange. A passionate exchange. Well, listen, I'm passionate about everything.
I'm happy to hear Darren is passionate about everything, and maybe we'll see some more passion in the coming weeks. All right, we're going to shift a little bit from the silliness to maybe one of the weirder things that I've seen in NFL 2024. This week, the Saints decided to go with second-year quarterback Jake Haener, and things did not go great for the young QB. Here in the second corner, Haener takes a shot downfield to Kamara, and Sanders still picks the ball off. What grabbed my attention here was the moment after the interception on the sideline with Darren Rizzi trying to console Haener. I mean, that's love right there. He's petting him like I pet my dog Winky. I imagine this is how I'm going to have to approach my daughter when she figures out that Santa isn't real. Moving on to Sunday's games, check out this tornado of madness at the beginning of the third quarter. Saquon takes the handoff from Pickett, and as he goes out of bounds, he nearly runs into referee Dero Priolo. On rewatching, I realized that Priolo got out of the way, but accidentally tripped over the wheels of the camera stand. And not to be outdone, Commanders linebacker Bobby Wagner took a dive over the camera stand and got wedged in between the wall and the stand. Now take note that nobody cares about the ref at all, and 4 Commanders players run over to help Wagner up, and it takes them more than a second. Now I noticed that the real hero is Earmuffs here, who starts pretty far away from the play but then swings around back and gets proper leverage you need to move giant humans. I'm glad no one was injured here. We did get a little wince from Priolo, but he finished the game. On Christmas Day, the Texans got their bells rung by the Ravens, and here in the middle of the second quarter, 4th and goal, C.J. Stroud is going to send this pass outside to Mixon, and Mixon is going to do his best to convert, but is stopped short. Keep your eyes peeled here, or you'll miss it. Yeah, check that out. Check that Ravens coach just launching himself into the air, colliding with Washington out of pure joy and excitement. I'm not at all sure what this guy's plan was here. Was his plan to hit himself in the nuts on Washington's shoulder pad? Because if it was, he executed that perfectly. Did you guys happen to catch the botched kickoff in Dallas on Sunday? Early in the second quarter, Brandon Aubrey kicks off, the ball gets away from him, and the ball sails out of bounds only to hit one of the Cowboys cheerleaders in the head. I mean, she gets rocked here. The camera guy does try his best to deflect the kick, but barely gets a hand on the ball, and it just donks her right in the head. I mean, it hits her hard. I did a little digging for you guys and for the show, not for me at all. And this is Michelle Simonowski, a rookie Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Now, you can even see punter Tress Way checking in on the rookie. She was fine and posted to her Instagram story, "I am all right, everyone." Suffice to say, this was one of the most interesting ways to wrap up her season, and I'm glad she's okay. And that is going to do it for the Supercut, guys. I want to thank you guys for running back through the season with me. I hope you guys had a good time watching this video, and I don't know, have a stellar off season, have a safe off season, and maybe I'll make there's a Will Levis video in the back of my mind turning around. Maybe this off season I will make it. I don't know. But thank you guys for sticking with me through the 2024 season, and hopefully we'll have a good rest of this playoff run. All right, see you guys later.
Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.